even as I stand today, the question is, how old was I when I came to this country? I came to this country actually 203 to go to school. And I went to school in Cal State, Hayward for 16 months. And I went back home in 204, July. Even as I stand, I can never tell you with accuracy how old I am. I can only guess. And I've always guessed my date of birth. I remember when I was growing up, I changed my date of birth several times. But I've never known the right one. You have to know that I grew up in it. My parents never went to school. They never wrote down anything. They could never read and write, so they didn't document anything. They died early. And nobody, in my village, a date of birth is not an issue. It's not like here if you are going to school, you have to provide all those data. I mean, the data about this and this. It's not an issue. You just go to the school. They will ask you, somebody asked me, if you don't know how old you are, how do you know you are old enough to go to school? And I said, in my village, you just go and they'll tell you, put your hand over your head, and if you can reach this year, you are old enough to go to school, and you went to school. And so, the idea is that I guess the only time I had to settle on a date as a date of birth was when I had to get a passport. And so I needed to take a date that I can remember that looks good. So I decided to say there are 12 months in a year. And I divided it into 2. And I took June. June is 6, right? And then I decided that there are 30 days in June. You divide it by half, you will have 15. So I took 15. Oh yeah! And then I remember that I talked to a few people. Some people will say you were born the year there was such a drought, all the crops died, and there was hunger. Say, okay, which year was that? Nobody can tell you which year it was. Or they will tell you you were born almost the same time with this person, but this person doesn't know how old he is, so it doesn't actually help you. So after asking those few questions, I think I wrote down 69, 64, 66, and I put them in, and then tossed them up and picked one, and I picked 69. Then I'm stuck with that. Well, I could be very old, far older than 69 born. I could be older, I could be younger, I don't know. But I just wrote it down. I've never celebrated a date of birth. I know people ask me, what do you celebrate? And I tell them, I just celebrate life. I'm just purely happy that I'm still alive. Knowing how many children in my village, in my family, and elsewhere, who didn't make it, who died very prematurely. So I'm just happy to be alive. And every day is my birthday, and I never grow old.